class, so we continue with the example of quantitative data, right? So the previous example I show you already, the qualitative is simple. For qualitative is simple, but for quantitative you need do some you need to put some effort lah. Okay, so because of they have a few terms that we will face it, like class width, class boundary, and so on. Okay, so the definition of the class width, class boundary, and so on, you can refer to the slides, or maybe to the notes. Okay, the notes. Alright, okay, so before we go to the example itself, okay, I just want to show you or to explain more. Okay, for example, this is the monthly earning, okay, in RM, of course, okay, gaji lah ataupun apalah kan. Alright, so now let's say this is the class, okay, the class of the monthly earning, okay, 400 to 600, 401 to 600, 601 into 800, 800y to 1000, 1001 to 1200, 1200, 1400, and the last one is 1401 to 1600. Okay, so okay, of course, clearly that you can say that your data here is in terms of quantitative, right? So it's a number, right? Okay, so then we have a frequency. Okay, frequency. So okay, let's say they have 2, 3, 9, 15, 9 and 6. Okay, so what's mean by this frequency? It means that under this class, okay, 401 until 600 ringgit Malaysia, they have 9% or 9% lah, 9% that have a monthly earning between 401 until 600. Okay, 9%. And then for 601 until 800, they have 22%, and then so on lah. Okay, so means that frequency is represent the numbers of person in each class. Okay, alright, so then we also have cumulative frequency. Okay, so this is different lah compared to qualitative. Okay, this is cumulative frequency is only for quantitative data. Okay, right? Tersasul dah. Okay, so quantitative data sahaja yang ada cumulative frequency usually. Okay, untuk qualitative tak ada. Okay, qualitative usually is frequency, relative frequency, and also percentage. Okay, that's it. But for quantitative, they have a cumulative. So cumulative, what's mean by cumulative? Okay, this is a 9, so means that you start with 9 lah. Okay, cumulative ni maksudnya you tambah. Okay, we add each of the classes. For example, we start with 9, then after that 9 plus 22, 21, 31 plus 39, 70, 70 plus 50, 85, 85 plus 9, 94, and last one 94 plus 6, 100. Okay, the total 100 or the last number here must be the total of the observation ataupun total of packs or person lah in that situation. For example, because this is not the equation yet and not the example yet, I just give you a roughly idea how to find what is the class width and so on. Okay, but this number must be the total number of the respondent lah, ataupun total number of the observation here. Okay, so means that they have 100 people that we do the survey. Okay, for example, kita buat survey 100 orang. So this is the data that we get. Okay, must be 100. Not must be, I mean the last number here is represent the total number of observation or candidates that you already do the survey. Okay, alright, so it's simple, right, this one. Okay, now we go to how to find the class boundaries, class width, and class midpoint. Okay, so before we go to these three, okay, class width, class boundaries, and class midpoint, okay, I just want to remind you, or I just want to inform you that this is the class limit. Okay, this class we call as class limit. Okay, class limit. Okay, this is our class limits. Okay, class limit. Okay, now we need to find class boundaries. Okay, what is class boundaries? Okay, you may refer to slide. Okay, what's the mean by class boundaries? Okay, class boundaries actually, okay, the lower limit, okay, for each class. For example, we do it if this one, we do it for the class 401 until 600 first. So the class boundaries means the lower limit, okay, you take it the lower limit and then minus with 0.5. So you have 400.5. Okay, and then for the class boundaries, I mean 400.5 until, okay, you take the upper boundary here 600 and then it becomes 600.5. Okay, how to get it actually they have a formula, is it? Is, if you still remember, not the formula, the definition, class boundary is given by the midpoint, okay, midpoint of the upper limit of the one class and the lower limit of the next class. Okay, alright, so this is the mean of the class boundaries. Okay, the midpoint of the upper limit of one class and the lower limit of the next class. Okay, the lower limit of the next class. Okay, the lower limit of the next class. So means that this is the 400.5 and it will be 600.5, and this one will be 600.5, and this one will be 800.5, 800.5, this is 1000.5. Okay, and then what else? 1000.5 to 1200.5. Okay, 1000.5. Alright, so this is your class boundaries. Okay, class boundaries. Okay, next, what is your class width? Okay, class width is the sizes of the class lah. I can say it's the sizes of the class. So how to get the class width? Okay, either you minus upper boundary with the lower boundary, right? And then what else? Ada lagi satu kan cara dia. Is a difference between two conservative lower class limit. Okay, I think the class boundary is more easier for you lah to calculate. For example, 600.5 minus 400.5, so we become 200. Is it? 200 kan? Sama juga. 800.5 minus 600.5 become 200. So, okay, you can see that all the class width must be equal. Okay, must be equal. Kena sama. Your class width mesti sama. Mesti. Kena semua ni, the sizes must be equal. Right? That one is class width. Okay, the next one, class midpoint. Okay, class midpoint is the midpoint of each class. For example, 401, 600. So midpoint here is given by lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. So you need to plus 401 plus 600 and then divide by 2. Therefore, you will get 500.5, and this one, okay, 700.5. This one is 900.5, and then here is 1000.5, 1300.5, and the last one is 1500.5. So this is your class midpoint. Okay, why I show all this class boundary, class midpoint, because this is the important part, or the important things that you need to calculate to use it to get histogram, polygon, and also ogive. Okay, remember for the quantitative you have these three, histogram, polygon, and also ogive. So you need to have all these to draw that graph or to draw the histogram, for example. Okay. Alright. Okay, so this is just an introduction, or just to give you an idea how to build your table before you transform it become histogram. So now we go to the example 1.7. You may refer to your notes. Okay, you can get your notes from the PDF document in the book and resources. Okay. Alright. So I just read the question. You may refer to your document lah. Okay, example 1.7. The following data give the monthly expenditures in ringgit Malaysia on food for 30 household randomly selected from the household who incur such expenses. So they have a few figure there. You can see that all total is 30 household. So the question asks you, the first one, A, to construct a frequency distribution table. So frequency distribution table, this one. Okay, this is frequency, cumulative frequency. So actually cumulative frequency not yet lah, but usually kita akan buat juga later. Tapi for the frequency distribution, you just need your data and the frequency. So the data here is what? Okay, you just label your class lah, class. Okay, sebab you tak tahu nak declare as what tadi. Mungkin you boleh declare as monthly expenditure. Okay, alright. So you can use that one, or you can just write class. Okay, so now, and it's also stated that given the class width is 3. Okay, class width is 3. So supposedly, okay, and then it use the class interval 0, 3. Okay, so it already given to you the class interval. So you just follow lah. You just follow the class interval given there. 0, 3, 3, 6. Okay, I think they have a typo in this notes. Class width cannot be 3. I think class width supposed to be must be 4. Okay, 0, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is how we count. Either selain you tolak upper boundary tolak lower tadi, you can also count. Okay, if to count the width, okay, it must start with the lower limit and then at the until the upper limit. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So supposed to has 4 lah. The class width supposed to be by 4. Okay, but tak apa, kita follow je dia punya class dulu. So 0, 3, 3, 6. So 6, 9. Okay, then what else? 6, 9. Okay, so you fill up. Okay, I just show you the roughly. So then the frequency here, okay, they given to you the raw data. So now you need to count by yourself which one or how many household that get the monthly expenditures that belong to this class. For example, okay, kalau you tengok ada yang mana ada kosong, tak ada yang dapat kosong. Okay, 1, 1.5. Okay, so they have 1 people there. Maksudnya you cari yang mana the monthly expenditure is between this range. Okay, this range. So they have 1. What else? 1 lagi cari betul-betul. Okay, be careful tengok kat sini, make sure you tengok betul-betul. So ada satu lagi. And then I saw 4. 1.5, 1.0.5, 3.16 not included, 1.99, 1.39. So there are 4. Okay, 4. Right, so you can write this. Okay, then you find out for the class 3, 6. So then we have 3.66, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is how we use how we calculate lah for this in term of statistic. This one called as daily. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Okay. So then 1, 2, 3. Okay, so total I have 8 here. Okay, you find carefully. Okay, you tengok betul-betul and then you count and then write the frequency there. So so this is how we find the frequency. So then this is the frequency distribution table. That's it. Okay, then for question B, they ask you to calculate the relative frequencies and percentage. Okay, so we just expand lah. Kita expand je table ni tadi. So you need to calculate your relative frequency and also percentage. Okay, so relative frequency you just this one 4 divided by 30, 8 divided by 30. Okay, and then the rest lah. Okay, the total must be 30 because it already mentioned in the question the 30 households. Okay, percentage what we get? Okay, for example, 4 over 30 you get 0.133. Okay, so percentage 0.133 times with 100. Okay, so you have 33 percentage. Okay, so this is the A and B. Construct the frequency table and also relative frequency and also percentage. Okay, so now we comes to the climax of this chapter, which is how to draw histogram. So the question asks you to draw a histogram and also the polygon of the frequency distribution. Okay, so histogram. So you need to label. Okay, so this is y-axis must be your frequency and the x-axis here is a class lah. Okay, you just label class also okay, tak ada masalah. Okay, alright, so then okay, by referring back to the table that you have done just now. Okay, the first class here is 0, 3. Okay, okay, 0, 3 lah, for example. Okay, then 3, 6, 9, 12 and so on. Okay, you just continue the list. Okay, alright, then for the 0, 3, okay, the frequency is 4, maybe somewhere here. Okay, what I want to say, the frequency total is 30, is it? 30. And then okay, tak apalah, kita buat macam ni dulu. So let's say lah, here is 4. Okay, just assume somewhere. Tapi I just want to, I prefer you to label the graph first. Okay, for example, I do even number 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 for example. Okay, so for the 0, 3 classes it will be 4, right? So it's somewhere here lah. Alright, then for 3, 6, just now we get 8. Okay, then you get 6. Okay, so you fill up all these what we call the classes, so you may get your histogram. Okay, so this is histogram. Histogram tak ada gap they have no gap between each class, they have no gap. Okay, so this is histogram. And for the polygon, actually for the polygon is derived from the histogram. Okay, I think I need to fill all this ni dulu lah, saya penuhkan dulu ni. So this one it will be 6, 9, 12, 6, 12, 15, 15, 18 and 18, 20. Okay, 12, 15 will be 3 somewhere here, and then it's a 1, and then it's 2. Okay, so this is the histogram that you should get. Okay, saya rasa saya ada silap ke? Sekejap Okay, okay, you do it by yourself, okay? Because I think this graph will be, so I'm just refer to the notes, okay? So then you can double check with mine. Okay, alright, so let's say this is your histogram. Okay, now we want to find the polygon. Polygon, we get it actually from the histogram. Okay, you read, you may refer to the definition of polygon. Okay, polygon is a graph where we plot the midpoint. The midpoint. So you need to find the midpoint. Okay, you need to find the midpoint of each classes. Okay, but now I repeat. I read again the polygon meaning. A polygon is drawn by plotting a point above each class midpoint. Okay, alright, so means that you need to have, okay, for example, this is the midpoint. Where the midpoint? The midpoint is somewhere here, is it? 1.5. And then, maksudnya macam ni lah, saya nak, macam mana saya lukis Okay, 1.5. Okay, and then, this one, and then this one, this one. Okay, because now we are using A4 paper, but in statistic to draw a graph, usually we use a graph paper, so that will be more accurate answer lah. Macam ni tak accurate pun kan, sebab kita label by hentam saja, kita hentam je. But supposedly you need to use a graph paper. So kalau kita guna, sebab dalam final exam selalunya tak ada graph paper, so it's just A4 paper. So you need to plot correctly lah kat sini dia punya each point of it. Okay, you need to correctly pointed, okay, ataupun label dia punya midpoint. Alright, so then what we do is just continue all the dots. Okay, you just continue all the dots. Okay, alright, so then, and if you can see that it's hang, right, is dia tergantung, dia start kat sini, dia end kat sini. So you just tarik je satu lagi, I mean on the first or the starter and the last one, yeah, until this lah. Okay, kosong, negative 0.5, and this one will be 22.5. Okay, right, so if the question asks you to find polygon, so means that you need to find the histogram first. Boleh, tak ada masalah pun kalau you nak cari terus polygon, but you need to find the midpoint lah. Okay, you need to find the midpoint. Okay, alright class, so that one is polygon. So the last one, ada tak ogive Okay, the last one, how to draw or how to sketch the ogive. Okay, ogive, okay, is still a frequency here. No, we call it as cumulative frequency. Okay, alright, so this is the classes, this is a frequency. Okay, so for ogive, dia, I mean the graph of ogive must be always increasing. Dia mesti akan sentiasa menaik. Okay, because of ogive is related to the cumulative frequency, which is, you can see that each number is increasing, 9, 31, 70, 85, until you reach the total number. So, okay, 0, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Okay, so for 0 until 3 tadi, okay, 0, 3, for 0, 3, it will be 4. So maybe somewhere here lah, 4. And then it will be continue. 4 plus 8 will be 12. And then 8 plus what? 8 plus 6. And then this one is equal. And then dia akan plus dengan 3, for example. And then it's plus 1. So dia akan plus. So when it plus, so means that the graph will be increasing. Okay, the graph must be increasing. So ogive is related with your relative, not relative, cumulative frequency. Okay, that's it. And tu je. For quantitative data, you need to know how to do a histogram, polygon, and ogive. And polygon and ogive, dia actually, I mean the main here is histogram lah. Okay, after you know how to draw histogram, means that you can draw polygon and or GIF. Okay. Alright. So class, that's all. I mean for this video. I will explain. I will show you example for the next video. I will show example on how to calculate the numerical measure, central tendency, which is mean, median, mode, and also the dispersion tendency, which is range, variance, and standard deviation. Okay, bye.